you're all right with that one. It's a good movie, but I've seen better.
Martin gave me that one the other day.
We might have that in the dressing room once or twice. As I said, I think it's an inspirational movie, but it's not my favourite.
Come on, experts.
Okay, Paul, you're here a day late, but you're here. Why the delay, and what are your thoughts on me?
I think the only reason I'm a day late was we didn't negotiate the contract until basically late Tuesday night, early Wednesday morning, and once we did agree that the contract, I was on the first flight. I've had a few issues with visas back home, so I just had to make sure that my family were looked after, because I've got a wife and 2 boys who they're still in North Carolina, so just trying to keep everything right with the Homeland Security, and then once that was organised, then I was on the first plane here.
Okay. Was it always your thought to come here once Martin got the job? Did you always think you'd be coming here with him?
Yeah, from my point of view, yes. As I said, Martin had asked me if I'd be interested in coming, and there was only one thought in my mind, was to come to this club. As I said, I think you look at MLS and the way MLS has progressed over the years, this is a fantastic organisation to work for, and to be given this opportunity, I'm eternally grateful, and just really looking forward to next season. Delighted to be here just now, to integrate with the players and get a heads up before the hard work really starts in January, February.
How do you two work together? Is there a good cop, bad cop, or how does it work?
To a certain extent, I think working with Martin over the last 2 years has certainly changed the way I look at things. In my playing days, I was working under a number of really influential coaches who worked in the old days, and it was shout and that you played with a fear factor. And I thought when I became a coach that was the way forward, but Martin's re-educated me. Yeah, don't get me wrong, I will probably be more aggressive than Martin is. Martin's a thinker, whereas I'm a seat your pants. As being a player, as I say, I see things as a player, but I'm learning as well, and it's part of the process that the only way you'll get things out of players is treating them with respect and encouraging them to get better, and that's what I've done over the last 2 years. So I've definitely changed my coaching mentality. I think Martin allows me to interact with the players because I've played at a level I've played at. Hopefully that will gain some respect to the players, and now that I've made the transition into coach, I can help the players on a daily basis, especially defenders, which obviously was my position, but the demands that we both share are very the same. As I said, we demand hard work, and we want to play the right way.
How much of a look have you had at the team on DVDs from last year, and what do you make of the defence?
Yeah, I think, as I said, as soon as Martin knew he had the job, it became, as I said, we had to be professional to Carolina, especially in the manager. But we have watched them on a number of occasions, and there's definitely work needing to be done, but we have the foundations of a fantastic squad. I think the manager will have his own ideas of players that he wants to keep and new players that he wants to bring in. But this week's been fantastic. As I said, it gives everybody an opportunity to stake a claim. As I said, it's a fantastic organisation to play for, with the new stadium and the supporters that they have here. You just look at last year, and yeah, it's their first season, but for where they ended up and the support they had was just incredible. So it's our job as a coaching staff to take this team to the next level and make them a well-known force in MLS. So I think any team starts on a sound defensive base. As I said, if we don't lose any goals, then we don't lose any matches, and I think that will be the first and foremost thing, to make sure that defensively we defend as a team, and we're difficult to beat, and we definitely have the players in the attacking third of the pitch who can cause teams a lot of problems.
When was your stint with United and with Dundee as a coach?
I worked at Dundee as a youth coach about 3.5 years ago, working with the young kids up there. Once I'd finished playing, it was after I'd finished playing at Carolina. I went home and finished my qualifications, and worked with Dundee for a year and a half, and then Martin gave me the opportunity to come and work with them in Carolina, and I jumped at the opportunity. So, as I said, that was a good grounding, working with some of the top kids in Scotland at that age. As I said, and it's good to get a feel for the potential coming forward before you start working with the real players. So it was a good opportunity for me.
And your kids are how old, Paul?
8 and 12. They're really looking forward to coming here. Since they've came to America, they're ice hockey daft. and they know that the Canucks are one of the top teams in the NHL, so they just cannot wait. And obviously as well with the standard in the stadium, I spoke to my wife last night and they looked at the stadium online and they're so excited. It's difficult when you move, being a football player and a coach. As I said, it's uncertain at times and there's a lot of upheaval at certain other times, but my kids have adapted well and they cannot wait to get here, and it's, as I said, I can't wait to get here myself.
What's your hope for the family moving?
I think it's a difficult one because obviously I think from an education point of view I'd like my kids to probably finish this year up until Christmas anyway, but that might change, as I said, depending if my wife gets her visa or not. If she doesn't, we could be back up here next week.
What are your early impressions of the team?
Oh, fantastic. As I said, I thought the quality this morning was excellent. As I said, we know we've got a lot of good quality players, but there is positions that we can strengthen. So that's something that we will look to do. I thought the quality this morning, the passing, the movement and their general work ethic was good. And I know it's difficult at this time of the year, the playoffs are going, if you're not in the playoff you're expecting to go on holiday, but the players have reacted in the right way and that's all we can ask of them. They've came in here with a positive attitude and, as I said, for this morning, a good hour and a half's work, and you can see that they're looking to impress the manager, and that's what we need from everybody to be a successful team.
The players are here 10 days looking to impress you coaches. Is there things that you're going to communicate to them that's going to help them on the way? Definitely.
I think whatever decision gets made with regards to the Whitecaps and who we look to keep, we will advise the players and help the players in any way possible. It's never anything personal. What we've got to look at now is what's the best for Vancouver Whitecaps, and if that means moving certain players on, then that has to be done. As I say, it's nothing personal, and we will help these individuals to get where they want to go. If they're young, if they're old, whatever it may be. As I said, our job as a coaching staff is to make this organisation the best it possibly can be, and if that means bringing in so many players, and then we have to do that. And I think the players realise that. As I said, football's a brutal game at times, and I've been there myself. I've been a player, and I think that's the thing that Martin will look from me, from my point of view. I've experienced a lot of highs as a player and a lot of lows, so I know how they feel if they don't play. I know how they feel if they get let go and have to go somewhere else. It's not the end of the world. It's a fantastic opportunity to be a footballer, and there will be another team after Vancouver Whitecaps. But for the ones who do stay here, only 11 can play on a Saturday or at any one time, so we've got a big squad to keep happy, and I think that'll be my main aim, is to encourage the ones who aren't playing, just to keep doing the right things, keep working hard, and the rewards will come.
And communication is a big part of that, and I know Martin has alluded to that he wants to communicate with the players, get to know them, get to find out what's happening with them.
For sure, I think that's the major thing on making a successful organisation, a successful team, is the relationship between everybody within the organisation. I think the manager has got to take a step back at times, because he is the boss, and I think where I come in is I provide an excellent buffer between the manager and the players. I'm on the same level, we're all about roughly the same age, so we do know how things work nowadays. But for me, I'll be the one who will be in the change room more than the manager. I will be the one who listens to what they've got to say. If there's anything that can be done and sorted without the manager interfering or without taking it to the manager, then I'll look to do that, and I'll take that responsibility. As I said, I've got the knowledge, I've got the experience to help everybody within this team, and that's my main aim this year, is to make everybody as good as they possibly can be.
And why the influx of all these great Scottish managers?
I think it's as I say, I've just come back, and we had a top French coach asking the same thing, and I think it's our background. I think it's where we come from and what we look for in life. As I said, we like to work hard, and I think that's the most important thing. I think it's hard work. Once you work hard and lay the foundations, then you've got anything's possible. And I think you look at it just now in the English Premiership, you've got seven Scottish managers in the English Premiership. Now you've got two, unfortunately the third one's left MLS and Stevie Nicol, but you've got two Scottish managers in charge in MLS, and that's saying something. As I said, so we are doing something right. The education programme in Scotland is fantastic. So as I said, I don't want to, but I think that's the thing. Hard work and a good upbringing, and that's why we do as well as we do.
One great manager.
Fergie. Yeah, he's done well.